So our learning target has been multiplying binomials like x plus a times x plus b up there and getting a trinomial, or taking a trinomial and factoring it to get x plus a times x plus b, with a and b being numbers. This particular entry ticket's focusing on what happens when the a is not 1. So in this example, the a is 6. Regardless of what method you choose, you need to look for what is a times c and what is b. So quick reminder, 6 there is the a, the number in front of x squared. -7, make sure you include the sign all the time. -7 is the b, it's the number by x. And -20 or -20 at the end there, the number by itself, if it's in standard form, is the c. So we are looking for two things, two factors that multiply to be a times c. So we want to do what is 6 times -20, and that will give us -120. And then we also want to find out what are two things that add up to be b. And b right now in the equation is -7. And the answer that does that, you can go through 1 and 120. That is not 7 apart. 2 and 60 is not 7 apart. And keep going. Each number on your calculator, quickly take your calculator, 120 divided by that number, and are those things 7 apart? If the answer is no, you keep guessing and checking for quite some time. Eventually come across 8 and -15. 8 and -15, if we multiply them, will give us -120, which is the product of a and c. And 8 plus -15 will give us a -7, which is the value of b. So we know that our factors are eventually going to need to be an 8 and a -15. At this point, the rest of this is absolutely required notes. Once you have those factors figured out, you can either do what's called the regrouping bx method. So it's the idea, all right, -7x can be broken up as positive 8x and -15x. 8x minus 15x is the same as -7x. So this is an equivalent equation. And then the front two terms, both of those divide nicely by 2x. So I can factor 2x out, and factoring is, again, kind of fancy word for dividing. 6x squared divided by 2x leaves us 3x. 8x divided by 2x simplifies to 4. So we now have 2x times the quantity of 3x plus 4. The back two terms both are divisible perfectly by -5. -15x divided by -5 is a 3x. -20 divided by -5 is a positive 4. So the -5 factors out. 3x plus 4 is left inside. What you notice, 3x plus 4 is in the first term, and 3x plus 4 is in the second term. So that can factor out, and what's left over is the 2x minus 5, and that is your final answer if you would take time and FOIL that, or if you type that into Khan Academy with 6x squared minus 7x minus 20, those graphs look the same. So that's one option. Don't have to be perfect at it, but you should understand it. The other option is factors over AX method. So we've already determined, again, 8 and -15 multiplies to be the a times c, the -120. And that 8 plus -15 equals the -7 that we need to be b. So now if we take 8 and divide by 6x and -15 over 6x, these are really close to what our final terms are going to be in our binomials. Key thing here is 8 and 6 are both divisible by 2. So completely simplify this to get to your correct answer. If I divide both by 2, 8 divided by 2 is 4, 6x divided by 2 is 3x. That's completely simplified. And then -15 and 6x, both those divide nicely by 3. -15 divided by 3 is -5. 6x divided by 3 is 2x. And now those, if we turn them on their sides, are our binomials, 3x plus 4 and 2x minus 5. If you'll notice, both answers are the same. They both have a 2x minus 5, and they both have a 3x plus 4. So again, you should be a little bit familiar with both methods. You need to be awesome at one of them by the time you take the quiz tomorrow, and especially on test day next Tuesday, this should say.